So when we look at the idea of an example for the children, for society, etc., this is no small thing. Okay, this is why they try to make me look bad, and they try to smear my good name, and so on and so forth. Obviously, it is evil to lie to the children. When you give them a bad example, you are not only saying that this bad example is a better example in an ideal person than who is actually ideal in real life, but you have shown them that you should lie to your children about these things. Even when there's cartoons that correct you effectively, this creates some kind of clash between the parents and their children. This is no small problem, if you ask me. So let us again understand how the point of reference of the ideal hero affects the atmosphere, the environment, the mores, the morals, the ethics, the ethos, the theme of communities and nations and the planet. The point of reference that I always bring up is best described as an intense and real masculine, heroic love spirit. Okay, this is the spirit of Horus, son of Ra, the martial arts hero. It is pure and intense, showing the Ka meaning the spirit. This is where we get Shaka. Shaka doesn't show us the ideal man, but it shows us this very focused, angry spirit that is not truly focused through martial arts, but is intense in this man, and in the form he's in pretty good shape. Okay, Shaka in the BBC series. So this is sort of the bull of Heliopolis. He describes himself as a bull with horns in the series. Now that your calf has grown to be a bull with horns, you want him in your royal house. And it's this angry kind of bully spirit. He's mad, and he just wants to force you to do what he wants you to do. Okay, and for the most part, he's right about what he's trying to do and what he's trying to force people to do. But this isn't the ideal man. It is the spirit, the masculine, intense sort of African spirit that's trying to marshal society. It's just not doing it effectively. What you see more in more truth is more of an angelic face, not to be confused with a cartoon face or a baby face. And my face isn't quite that right now. It's what it really used to be, and I'll put the picture at the end. So it's a pure and intense spirit that shows itself, that's focused, righteous indignation, right? Horus, hear us, Ra-as, right? He's trying to say, see and hear eyes, see and hear, Ra-as, Horus, right? Hor meaning face. And obviously when they betray this idea, this is why they use the wordplay, they made it mean whore. And what's interesting is, in their system, they use the woman to represent Horus so they can sexually abuse her. And her face is a whore face, right? Whip her into shape that is similar to this tall and, tall, defined, muscle-having hero, right? Muscle definition, right? He defines the ideal man. And then trick her because she's not a martial artist. She's not Horus. She's not loyal to God. She's sitting there, she's being forged in a way that is sexy for them to whore. Okay, so the female is the Horus, right? And the male who is not the true hero is the con whore. And the male who uses an emphasis on chemistry and psychology when conning you is the min whore, min the patron of chemists. So again, this is an intense and real masculine heroic spirit. It's real. It's not Hollywood. It's not Greco-Roman plays. It is not Americanism, right? It is not a fake American police officer. It's not the fake military. It's not all these fake heroes that we've been bombarded with, right? Even in their culture says G.I. Joe, a real American hero, and they give you more of the fake. It's not this fake idea. It is truly what a natural hero is when he mans up in for the highest principles, And of course, again, Horus meaning face us, right? He faces everyone else. Matthew 10:22, you will be hated by everyone because of me, but the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. He faces them and stands firm. Okay. Spiritually firm, if you want. So how do we know that the opposition view is on some bullshit? Well, look at Cupid. How can you represent love as a child? As a cartoon face, sort of childish, sort of gay energy having child. Now think about it. Think about how Cupid is depicted and think carefully. What commonalities does he have with the average gay guy from San Francisco or Seattle or something? And he's in a childish gay energy. Society is childish. They don't know how to act when it comes to love. They become love sick. Eros, right? Eros, E-rays, the evil, the effeminate, the emasculate, with all due respect. Robin Hood, men in tights. This kind of Greek gender-neutral way about the Batman in the 80s, right? In tights. Captain America, in tights, right? It has commonalities with Robin Hood parody, men in tights. This is not a hero. This is a mockery. This is a kind of political satire. Sexual sadist sponsored political satire. To taunt and to haunt are connected, and you should know why. Cupid is a play on words. When we look at it backwards, die, pick, die, pack, die, peck, die, pock. And of course, the outlaw by Jung is said to be concerned with revolution. So someone who's actually concerned with changing society, right? The core of the revolution, the true revolutionary is a martial art hero who wants the revolution, the circles, to stop. He wants them to focus on the message of the sun and to stop chasing their tail. Day, die, do, pick, pack, peck, pock. 4 words, right? Cup, add, see up, ID, see up, add. All this stuff refers to what they're trying to do and what it actually is in truth. In truth, you have to add the A, the alpha, the true perspective of those looking up. Now, I use the example of a scientist. Okay? There's a difference between a scientist who is studying this thing and the sage and the mage studying the wordplay and the psychologist studying the wordplay. Okay? And the guy who's actually in the spirit. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just describing it scientifically or something. They're not moving in the true, intense, real, masculine, heroic spirit of God. They're in this kind of lukewarm, feminine brain, female brain, scientific energy. Right? Well, I do say, we multiply this and we square root it. And yes, indeed, yes, indeed. Right? That's not the same thing. Right? God requires you to focus. Okay? And that's why they've reduced my ability to focus with their drugs and fumes. Now, the female in her true form is a nurturer. She doesn't look at what's going on and say, well, since she's reduced him, I'm going to let that go. No. She knows this is the only way to connect to God. And if she truly cares about love, she will stop at nothing moral to connect to this guy, to nurture him, to extract God through him. And she's going to despise everyone else for doing this to him and not standing with him. She's going to see them as childish, cute, less than Cupid type bitches who don't have the heart to stand with this man for the true spirit of love. And that's how I know that females are insufficient these days. Okay? The energy, right? The inner G, right? Are they the Sumerian earth deity inside? Or is the inner spirit? Is it the spirit, right? You should be able to see the energy that connects to the spirit. That's the name Chuku, right? The great chi, the great ki, okay? The spirit, when it clashes with the energy, so that those who are focused on energy can see the Spirit of God. Okay? Forged for God. Exercise the Spirit. Work out, right? To work your way out of this superficial, sissy fucking world energy and into the true Spirit of God. But you can't just go to the gym. Again, gym backwards is mage. It has to do with the program. Program is the scramble for mage rape. Going backwards, and you scramble the words. M-A-G, 2 R's. Remove the O and make it an A. P. Mage rape. Is that what they're doing? Yes. Illusion, psychology. They're tricking Lois Lane into sleeping with Lex Luthor. They're tricking Mary Jane into sleeping with the Hobgoblin or the Green Goblin or whoever the fuck it is. She naturally would go with the hero. If this guy finds a way to come between her and the hero, it doesn't matter if she has a smile on her face. And she has a $50 million ring and her own fucking clothing line and she says, I'm empowered. She wouldn't naturally do that. And if she had sense, she wouldn't do that. Program. Mage rape. Now you get these kind of ninnies saying, I never, one of two things. They'll say, I never thought of that way and go back to being a bitch. Or they'll say, you ain't shit. Kind of like, so what? You ain't shit. You're an idealist, right? This kind of you ain't shit attitude. This goes back to eros, right? Again, there's a lot of wordplay here. Era, the truth in eros. The true love is era. Okay, and there's also all kinds of angles you can play. I'll just go through it, let you figure it out yourself. Ear O's, ear E's, ear A's, ear I's. Ari, your, A-E-I-O-U. You are, as in your, right? A-E-I-O-U. Okay. We also have going backwards. Si, so, say, so, and si. Ra, re, and ro. We also have I or E, raise, rose, rise, and ruse. Okay, going forwards, right? You're replacing the O with these various vowels. Okay, so there's a lot of ideas covered here, right? E-raise, for example. The problem is that you've been raised by bitches. It's apparent, and that's why you're doing the wrong thing. That's why you're focused on sex, lust, erotic desire. Okay. So when it comes to the wordplay, part of the reason why it plays out like this, you might say, "Wow, this is crazy. How do they do this?" The ideas tend to be connected. Okay, when you have a vowel, it can be these different ideas are connected, ra versus re. Right? When you have the SO, right, it's connected, right, in a word. Whenever they put this forwards and backwards or scrambled, you can get so, see, say, so, sigh. It's connected, like arrows, right? Ear, so, see, say, sigh, and so on. It's not as complicated as you might think. These ideas go hand in hand. It's kind of like an outfit, right? Shirt and pants, right? These ideas come together. All right, so we look at the word compared, right? To come paired, right? When you compare, it has to do with the pair. And if your heart is in the right place, you're concerned with the most romantic pair. And ultimately, the evidence here, I'd say, is inconclusive. The closest thing to a most romantic pair in history might be Horus, son of Ra, and Neith, but it's inconclusive. We don't know what kind of a woman she was to him, and so on and so forth. So when you with everything considered, the man is the true symbol of conveying love. Okay, he is on the Narmer palette. Neith is not embraced in the same manner. Okay, he's the one who united the land, not her. He is the one conveying God's spirit, not her. Okay, Merc. Okay, so they accept the mark of the beast, the Merc. Baby line, right? Cupid, right? The baby. Baby line, missed ear eye. God is love. So when you accept anything coming between you and true romantic love, you're accepting the mark of the beast. Okay? They've accepted Babylon mystery, right? Missed your ear eye. Missed a ra. Confuse you about who the A is, the alpha. Okay? The car is their core. They act like bitches. When they exercise with bikes and technology at the gym, tech and take are connected. Gym, gem, mage, right? Rich people, magic car bitch shit. Weirdos at the gym. You have the goofy face ninny. You have the angry dark guy at the gym. You have two basic types, the kind of, sissy, weirdo, lust-filled, goofy, kind of cartoon demons. And then you have the angry, dark, angry guy. I'm a tough guy. Kind of right-left paradigm kind of way about them. All right, so we look at the word shallow. The most obvious wordplay here is wall-L-A. It is shallow to not understand that the intense and real heroic masculine spirit is as I described at the beginning of the video. Pure and intense, showing Ka, showing the spirit, focused, righteous indignation, based love spirit. When God clashes with this world's disobedience and pitifulness, right? Pit, I, full, right? Pathetic, path, E, tick, okay? It is righteous indignation. You can't meet someone who's someone's in the repetition of being a bitch and find love there. He's accustomed to evil. Evil and love aren't compatible. It has to be focused, righteous indignation. It has to be the repetition of this, right? He's working out. He's in the repetition to escape. So there's all kinds of wordplay here. Hell, lo, hell, law, the whole law, all the law enforcement agencies, all the military, all these groups that uphold the law and push it. Okay? The cultural groups, the city councils, the political groups, these are all concerned with this pathetic world law, Satan as the god of this world, law of the land, bitch shit. variations of shunning, variation.